Hi, welcome back to my channel, Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Krisztina. Today, I'm here with a new podcast, and we're going to talk about the new moon in Gemini today. And the new moon in Gemini going to take place actually in 16 degrees, 18 minutes, and it is going to be on June 6th, 14:37 in Miami, Florida time. So if you live anywhere else around the world, then you adjust the host system actually for the living place where you live at. And this new moon actually going to conjunct Venus, and it's also going to square Saturn in Pisces and sextile North Node in Aries. And it is also going to conjunct the fixed star Rigel. So we're going to talk about all of it. First of all, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, like, and comment below. You know the drill. It's going to help me. It helped me with the algorithm to be recognized, and I am going to be more enthusiastic to create more content for you. And it is valuable because it is a lot of knowledge behind, guys. And a lot of preparation as well, because I'm studying the constellation, I'm studying the aspect and brainstorming how can it actually play out for the collective, or how can it play out in personal lives or for each individual rising sign. So please help me with growing my channel, and I can make a living out from it. All right, so I am always starting with quotes in my videos. And after that, I'm analyzing the archetypes so you understand what kind of energy is taking place into this new moon. And I'm talking about the lunation a little bit, and then I'm going to also go each individual sign. But before, I always talk about the collective, the way it can actually play out for the collective. So let's see what's going to happen over here. Let's start with Tony Robbins' quotes. The way we communicate with others and with ourselves ultimately determines the quality of our life, said Tony Robbins, right? So it is very important to choose a language and choose something like a beautifully polished language to talk to ourselves, to encourage ourselves and encourage others, especially because of the new moon is conjuncting Venus. And it is a loving energy. It's involving love, and it's going to determine our lives and the quality of our lives, and it's going to create positive changes in our lives. Also, James Hume said, the art of communication is the language of leadership. And I'm very happy. One of my son actually is in communication major and in media, and actually he is TV producing, and the other one is born to be a communicator. He is choosing, he is a Gemini rising and choosing, and actually his ascendant conjunct with Venus. So he is beautifully communicating, and he's so nice and pure. So this is very important. The communication is the language of leadership. This quote highlights the importance of effective communication and connection, which are key themes in this new moon, because as I mentioned, the new moon is in Gemini and it is conjunct with Venus. So it emphasizes the power of words, the relationship in leading and, inspiring others, because that's the most important. So what is the new moon? The new moon is always a new beginning. It is start over, it's restart. It's, like pushing the restart button. The moon is representing your mother, your feeling, your subconscious. It is a nurturing energy. It's ruled Cancer, right? And it is the way you nurture others and nurture yourself. The new moon in Gemini represents a time of new beginning focused on communication, expressing yourself, learning, mental capability, mental activity. It is a period when the themes associated with Gemini, and Gemini ruled by Mercury, Hermes, the planet of communication, and the planet of actually capable to understand information, the planet of curiosity and adaptability. Gemini also and Mercury also rules the social interaction between us. So this is Gemini. It rules the third house. And the third house, anything to do with neighborhood communities, aunt, uncles, nieces, nephews, younger siblings, short distance traveling, skill-based study, information, and also studying through social media as well, through internet as well, but also your neighborhood and your vehicles and purchasing things and selling. That is the merchant. Mercury is the merchant itself, and also Mercury could be also the petty thief as well. So this is the key words for this new moon. And the new moon is your emotion, that is your subconscious, that is your feeling. The moon is like a backpack, what you are carrying through your journey. This is, through your life, and you put all your interactions over there and the feelings, what you felt when you interacted with anyone. And because of Mercury is expression, communication, but it's expression through writing, speaking, but not only through words, written or spoken words. Mercury could be anything to do with art, with photography, especially conjuncting with Venus. We are capable to express ourselves. That's why art therapy is so important. We are capable to express ourselves through photography, through art, or through music, because you're writing a lyrics and right away you feel the emotion coming through that, right? So it is not only spoken words. That is also connected with networking and, connecting with others. And because of Mercury's curiosity and learning, the third house is studying, and it is undergrad studying. So it is from preschool till high school. Or skill-based study, anything to do with crafting also. Mercury also crafting, like if you want to learn how to create pottery or how to woven baskets, that is Mercury as well. So during this time, it is good time to begin new courses, or as I said, something with crafting, something with skill-based studies. If you would like to start astrology, studying astrology, anything with art, you are capable to do it right now. Encourages a curious mindset, promoting you to ask questions, seek out new information, and learn from diverse sources. So what I tell to my boys all the time, that is like, don't believe in anyone. And I'm sorry to say that, but I do not believe in anything. I always do researches. I always listen all newses. I'm not only like ABC, Fox, or CNN, or 1440. I'm really going deeply into and trying to research. If I'm interested in something I heard in the news, I'm gonna make sure I'm doing researches, and definitely I'm gonna ask questions. I'm not taking information from anyone just because they think, this is a doctor or this is a teacher, and I'm going to do whatever they. No, I'm going to ask questions. Why is it good for my children? I'm interviewing the doctors for my children because it has to be a good suit for my family and my family, like values and morals. So make sure you are asking questions and make sure you are always seeking out for new information and you keep learning. This kind of new moon also going to enhance mental agility, making it a good time for brainstorming, problem solving, and developing new ideas. Brainstorming, it is also very good because Pluto went to Aquarius. Aquarius ruled by Uranus. Uranus is higher octave of knowledge, right? It is the universal knowledge, the crown chakra. So obvious that is also going to encourage us to become problem solvers and developing new ideas. But right now, this new moon going to emphasize that. And like Mercury is very flexible, so it also emphasizes flexibility and adaptability in thinking and communication. you are capable to do some kind of new networking as well. And the networking could be either personal or it could be professional as well, but it could be through also internet, Zoom meetings, Google meetings. It doesn't have to be in person. And it will actually encourage us to be part of or participate in community activities like group project, anything to do, pick up the trash around the neighborhood, or, make sure you have your tribe and it's going to bring in love, like with your neighbors talking and helpful. And it is a really, really kind energy. So it is also favorable for launching new tech projects, starting blogs, podcasts, anything to do with engaging digital media. You are capable to create your own website. Let me see if my cameras are good, not cameras, but the voice. So yes, so that is new project, new blogs, new digital media, anything to do with. If you would like to, you can actually create online schools. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm creating a lot of online school materials as well to sell those. So you are capable to do that. Negotiating, making contract, approaching others with open-minded approach, and start conversation, initiate conversation. And if you initiate conversation, most likely you will succeed. You are definitely going to be encouraged to do some kind of educational project, anything to do with writing as well. If you would like to write a blog, a travel blog, because Mercury is traveling, short distance traveling, so it could be associated with that as well. Anything what is requiring expressing yourself and communication skills. Yes, so Gemini is mutable energy. It can sometimes lead to a scattered energy, difficulty to concentrating time to time. Being superficial, like just skim through and you don't understand the small printed letters over there. So make sure there is deep understanding, and which is not going to lead to miscommunication or misunderstanding or lack of depth in communication, because that could bring, this energy could bring that in as well. If you need to, you have to write down your ideas, your thoughts, your routine, your schedule, then do so, because that's for sure there is not going to be then miscommunication over here. And then let's see something else. Let's see the Sabiansymbol of this degree. The Sabiansymbol, actually 16 degrees, 18 minutes in Gemini, a woman activist in an emotional speech dramatizing her cause. This symbol is found between 16 and 17 degrees Gemini. And, because of we always going up, so actually it's 17 degrees Gemini, and convey themes of passionate advocacy. So you're going to become a powerful preacher, an advocate for other people who doesn't have voice or who doesn't know the language, right? So that is the Sabiansymbol. And the interpretation of this symbol actually represent the energy of standing up for cause with conviction and passion. It emphasizes the importance of speaking out and advocating for change. The woman's emotional speech suggests a deep connection to the cause being advocated. It highlights the role of emotion in compelling communication and the ability to move others through heartfelt expression. The symbol underscores the power of public speaking and effective communication in rallying support and raising awareness. All right, you need to seek for social justice and reform in this communication, address social issues, because it's in Gemini, so highlights the nearby communities, neighborhood communities. You might going to be advocate for your, the playground, what is have to be built in your neighborhood, or passionate about something which is like very, very dear to your heart and it's helping for others. And because you have the courage and you have the voice and you believe in yourself, you believe you can put impact on a person's life, and you can be a leader or leading example, you are capable to become someone who is advocating and helping others. And I told you it is actually conjuncting with Venus and fixed star Rigel. Rigel is a bright star in the constellation Orion, known for its brilliance and association with knowledge, education, and success. I love Rigel in astrology. It's in Gemini 16 degrees. And it is linked for ambition and learning and pursue actually of excellence and success, achieving great things in life. It is giving us determination and intelligence, intellect. And Jupiter also going to go back and forth on Rigel this year. So I really like that for the collective. So, for example, the new moon in Gemini-conjunct Rigel amplifies the collective desire for knowledge and effective communication, effective problem solving actually. And it's going to also bring in educational initiatives, public speaking events, and media project, new media project as well. New ideas, shared ideas, and people going to, like on YouTube, there is going to be podcasts, talk shows, and a lot of people wants to get involved and just put their opinion and comment more likely than before. And the new moon in Gemini, it is 16 degrees, so it's in the second decan. So, Gemini, the second decan, it's representing the second air sign from Gemini. And it's conjunct Venus, square Saturn, and also sextile North Node. So what's going to happen over here? So let's see, that's then Libra. So it's going to get a Libra layer. And Libra also ruled by Venus. So it's going to seek for justice and equality. Libra is seeking for peace. Libra is the mediator because seventh house, what Libra rules is the mediator. So it's going to seek for alliances. It's going to seek for justice. It's going to want to become the mediator. And, definitely Venusian aspects, so peace, love around the world, it's going to be highlighted during this new moon. We're going to speak for love and speak for, what is that? Peace as well. But it's square Saturn, and Saturn is in Pisces, right? 16 degrees. So Saturn is Pisces, could be a little bit difficult over here. New moon in Gemini, that is an air sign. Gemini, anything to do with winds, and Saturn in Pisces, anything to do with extreme weathers like flooding as well. So there it could be some kind of issue with flooding coming in during the new moon. And then, okay, let me just wait a minute, pause. Sorry guys, my beautiful Cosmos started to bark again. I hope it didn't interrupt you. So I don't know at this moment where I have been. Yes, we were talking about weather-related situation because it's square Saturn in Pisces. Yes. So it could actually increase water level and, like it could bring in some kind of flood, but it's also going to sextile North Node. So, all right, so let's see what's going to happen. When it's going to conjunct with Venus, definitely it's going to increase social interaction. We want to be around people. We want to give our love. It's going to be a lot of social activities, gathering, fostering new friendship and networking opportunities. And also some kind of artistic collaboration because of something to do with art, with music, like, like folklore music or going to music festivals because it's summer on the northern hemisphere. And we're going to create some kind of new arts and the arts going to flourish during this time. financially, because Venus also rules the financial market. Venus rules also Taurus, and that's the second house. So that's the financial axis you have to understand in astrology. And we're working with axes also here. So it's related anything to do with the communication sector right now, and anything to do with technology as well. So financial market could increase on like stock market, if it's AI, if it's like, like car selling or anything to do with communication technology there. And in public relation, like it could actually signify the importance of campaigns. So as I said before, 52 countries going to vote, a lot of them voted already. And then it's going to affect 4 billion people. So there is going to be a lot of campaign. The US gonna vote in November. And, we're going to have debates after debates. And, like this is going to pick up right now. So the debates is going to be in central of attention after this new moon. And don't forget, new moon is not going to work out the same day when the new moon is. It is at least half year. So the storyline is going to unfold within half year. So that's why it's very important you listen me all the way, because you can learn more. It's not happening the same day necessarily. Anything to do with organization of community events focused on enhancing local connections, celebrating cultural diversity, is possible. The square to Saturn in Pisces, it is censorship, because Saturn is censorship. It's a delayed decay. It's fierce. It's increasing difficulties in clear communication, misleading, misunderstanding, the way you express yourself, you need to be very careful. Your channel could be censored as well. Delays in project, anything to do with traveling as well, because Gemini is Mercury ruled, it's traveling. It could be some kind of obstacles coming up in traveling, or delay in publishing, delay in the debates. Like the Biden and Trump is actually supposed to have the debate in June 14, something like that. It could be cancelled. Yeah, definitely. And, because of Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, Pisces is mental health, and Saturn over there, it's some kind of health issue. But it could be Saturn also related to anxiety and depression. So we're going to have some kind of health line, highlighted awareness with actually health issues, but it has to be mental health issues, right? So anything with, Saturn also authority figures. So it could be some kind of struggle for an authority figure or within an authority figure, some kind of conflict over there, with leadership, some kind of transparency. And, they want to take them to accountable for something, but it's going to be hard to make them confess, or, to get them actually. And what else? It could be some kind of financial limitation for arts and social services, because Pisces rules social services, and Pisces also rules higher octave of, because Neptune is higher octave of Venus, so it is actually rules art as well, and Saturn over there going to stop financing art or social services as well. Or, we're gonna learn like the money what you give for affected areas of it's disappeared, and powerful people, authority people took it and they used it for something else. But it's also sextile to North Node. North Node is, sorry, I needed to drink, in Aries, and North Node in Aries, it's create a lot of fight and a lot of assertive energy. It is actually war as well. So, but it's sextiles right now with this new moon, and North Node is a mathematical point of the moon. North Node is the head of the dragon. That is the path we need to work on. And in karma, we need to achieve wherever North Node is. So that is a new gift, what we have to actually somehow learn to access this new gift, and we can create a purposeful life with it. But in general, right now we are talking about the public and North Node in Aries sextile, the new moon. It's going to be some kind of new leadership. It could be actually bringing some kind of progress and some kind of action with a new leadership and create peace. And as you know, because of Israel has Taurus sun, and also Libra rising, and the South Node is going on the rising. The Taurus sun was affected by the Taurus full moon, and also before the eclipse half year later, and also because Netanyahu also have Libra sun, so it was actually affected by the South Node and the eclipse. So there is a possibility, what I was talking about, Netanyahu going to be imprisoned, or, like they don't want him anymore. And then it's going to, if he is out from the picture, peace is coming in. So it could be. But, in general, what could be like, there is going to be a lot of new technological startups coming in, and the surge of this. How do you call that? Silicon Valley tech companies, new platforms, new media platform, new technology, educational technological platforms is coming up. Children going to be tutored through maybe AI, and it's going to help them a lot. Self-improvement also coming in, because this is a nurturing energy as well, and Venus is giving a lot of love, and Rigel is also giving a lot of love and understanding as well. Political reforms, social change is definitely possible. And you know what? Youth movement, rise of youth-led movements advocating for political reforms. And you see that right now because of the war and the genocide in Palestine. Yes, there is actually a youth movement going on as well. So yes, there is a lot of combined aspect over here. It will test of relationship due to communication issues and emotional blanks, because it's a new moon, it's a lot of emotion over here. So it could actually lead to potential breakups, or maybe also deeper commitment as well, either or, because, like it's conjunct with Venus, conjunction, it could go either way, but because of the square to Saturn, could be some kind of challenges in relationship. Definitely, like we're going to implement finally and emphasize critical thinking and creativity in our literacy. And actually, like finally, we are going to value education. Yes, I really love that. I keep telling that in every single of my podcast, Jupiter in Gemini, even if it's in detriment, and even if it's not in a good position, I love it, because it's going to emphasize the knowledge, the like intellect as well. And when Uranus is gonna go in next year, it's gonna deepen, and 2026 finally we gonna be raising intelligent beings, and I love that. Yes, so public debates, it's going to be magnified, but I was talking about that probably already. I am just keep forgetting what I was already. It could be something to do with YouTubing. So a lot more YouTubers going to come up, and a lot of, if you believe it or not, everybody wants to write a book, and it's going to be like publishing going to bloom. So if you would like to actually create a publishing company, it might be really, really good, because a lot of people doesn't know how to self-publish, or, how to do anything like that. And it's going to be very well looked for. Yes, and innovation in transportation. Venus is there, luxurious transportation system, anything to do with, because Venus is conjuncting, so it's going to be comfortable and luxurious for, and new moon in Gemini, it's going to be also, and you know what, in the transportation systems, we're going to be all capable to watch TV, or read, and, like not just like the big TV everybody going to have different like small TVs, all airplanes, trains, cars right now, they're gonna have communication devices or holographic devices in. Um, Yes, all right. What else? Journaling. You can actually, new moon is your dream, so you can actually create a dream journal if you would like to. You have to definitely write down your thoughts and ideas, what's coming in this month to harness this new moon energy. Meditation is a must, and visualizing. If you would like to actually create a vision board, it could be really, really good, a vision board to manifest the energy of the new moon, and it's good energy right now. And also, don't forget, blow in cinnamon to your house. It's bringing abundance. And I do that every first day of the month and every new moon as well. So yes, anything what aligns with your vision, anything that aligns with your knowledge and understanding and your because North Node is your purpose, you have to start to do that because it's a restart button and you are capable to focus right now. So if you would like to have this new moon, actually, you can have anything. It is Mercury ruled gemstones are greenish colors, or like green and blue because of the throat chakra ruled by color blue, turquoise. So anything to do with aquamarine, and aquamarine also helps with traveling as well. Aquamarine, especially with sea and water traveling, but anything. It also helps reduce anxiety and improve mental clarity and helps encourage clear communication. So this is a good start. And fluorite as well, because fluorite also helps you to make good decisions and focus and enhancing your intellectual ability. Citrine, I use citrine for focus, and also I always used amber for my children for fever and focusing as well, because it's also, the stones are having a lot of properties, and they are having healing properties, and because of your body, the skin is absorbing actually the minerals through the stones. It is really creating healing, optimistic properties in our body. Okay, and what else? Herbs. You can use peppermint to stimulate your agility. Rosemary. Rosemary is really good for cognitive function and for your memory. Mushrooms. Lion's mane, very good for cognitive, and also I forget the other two mushrooms, but I'm going to remember. But definitely saging your house. Sage, also ginkgo biloba sharpens the memory as well. Thyme also very Mercurian. It is helping with communication. Yes, so those are actually the herbs and the stones I would use. And, we're always going to create some kind of meditation here, but bear with me. Right now, we're going to talk about each individual signs. So Aries rising, sun and moon. The new moon is in your third house, Saturn in your 12th house, North Node in your first house. So starting a podcast or blog that gain unexpected popularity, understanding, personal issue, and you will address personal insight and community issues during this new moon. Siblings and neighbors, resolving anything, long-standing misunderstanding with your sibling, younger, or anyone in the neighborhood. And it's going to actually bring a sense of peace in your life and some kind of connection as well. You are capable to plan a short trip, a local travel that opens new opportunities for self-discovery and networking. You are capable to actually create your website if you would like to. You can enroll in a course and you can start to write, or you are capable to teach online or create online school materials. This is an opportunity for you. If you have any issue, mental issue, you don't remember, you are capable to start new supplements, which is going to help with your anxiety. And actually, it is going to help you to address your subconscious fears, anything with meditation and therapy, and it will help you in great it's going to be a great value for your life. You can start to initiate a new community project, anything to do with a local event, and you can get support actually from, from your neighborhood people as well. If you would like to start public speaking, then you are capable to overcome your fear and you are capable to deliver successfully and boost your personal confidence and successful delivery of your presentation. Taurus rising, sun and moon. New moon is in your second house, Saturn is in your 11th house, North Node is in your 12th house. So new moon second house, creating a new budget or financial plan that helps achieve long-term goals with guidance from financial advisors. You're going to actually hire financial advisors. Your money could increase, your earning is increasing, and who is going to help you? Someone who is maybe a hidden admirer in the 12th house and going to help you actually with this guidance. You are capable to earn through social networks. So, then you can create some kind of income from a new stream. And, like somebody is helping and pushing you from your social network. You're going to actually reevaluate and reassess personal values and making investment that align with your long-term goals, because long-term goals is your 11th house, and Saturn is actually bringing you a permanent achievement over there. So whatever you're going to invest in, it's not going to be temporary and it's not stock changing. It's going to be long-term investment. Your friendship dynamics going to change, so there is going to be a lot of people in your group who are going to become permanent friends actually for you. But also the expectation of your friends and your expectation going to change through friendship as well. You're going to increase your involvement in a lot of charitable organization as well. And, it's going to give you some kind of fulfillment for giving back. There is going to be also some kind of hidden talent that you're going to discover, anything to do with skills like teaching online or writing a manuscript. And your long-term goals, because Saturn is there, it's going to change definitely. But something to do with retirement, like your financial goals. Like, all right, I'm going to buy a undeveloped land and build some community over there for my retirement. All right, Gemini rising, sun and moon, new moon is in your first house. Anything to do with you, with your ego, the way you represent yourself, Saturn in your 10th house of career, public image, and North Node in your 11th house of gain and luck and social circle. So redefining personal image or brand, gaining recognition and new opportunities in career and social circles are possible. You're going to have some kind of career challenge though, because Saturn is in your 10th house and it's actually squares the moon. So you're going to face some kind of public life, public image challenge over here, leading to significant growth because, and it's going to lead to achievement you are capable to change. And if you don't miss a step, it's going to turn out good for you. You can take on to a leadership role, anything to do with professional organization, you are capable actually to change your community and being advocate for them, expanding social and professional networks, connecting with very influential VIP people. Don't forget 11th house is VIP people, higher social circle and society. If you would like to start public speaking, you are capable to do an impactful speech and presentation, and that is going to boost your career. So that is giving you opportunity to being recognized. So, and becoming a leader through your recognition, through this public speaking, gain some kind of support from community as well. And in personal projects, starting a personal project or venture that aligns with long-term career goals is possible. Writing book, launching a website as well. All right, Cancer rising, Sun and Moon. New Moon is going to happen in your 12th house, Saturn in your 9th house, North Node in your 10th house. So there you go. 12th house is spiritual retreat. So anything to embark on a spiritual retreat or engaging in deep meditation, finding inner peace and finding clarity is possible. You can actually get rid of an addiction and self-sabotaging behavior as well. If you would like to start, like a high education, because Saturn in your 9th house, you can become a doctor, do a doctorate, overcome some kind of challenges in academic issues, which is going to lead eventually to success. Your career can shift because North Node is in your 10th house, and it's going to bring in some kind of advancement, which is also aligns with your personal values and your spiritual growth, because, North Node in the 10th house. And your travel plans can change, international trip. But, because of Saturn is in the 9th, it could actually delay some kind of long distance traveling for you. Teaching and learning, both of that is possible for you, perhaps learning a new language or teaching a language or learning some kind of new philosophical subject, or, diplomacy or foreign language or foreign relationship is possible right now. And, 9th house also anything to do with podcast, publishing, YouTubing. So there is some kind of opportunity in writing, publishing a book to get some kind of feedbacks, but the feedback could be harsh a little bit. But, you can start also a YouTube channel, and you are capable to achieve professional recognition because of North Node in your 10th house, and it is sextile with this beautiful moon. All right, Leo rising, Sun and Moon. The new moon is in your 11th house, Saturn in your 8th house, and North Node in your 9th house. All right, so there is going to be some kind of social cause of the new moon in your 11th house. Leading or participating in social causes or groups that advocate for change and transformation is possible. You can get a lot of new friends right now, or you can gain some kind of bonus from your career. Navigating challenges in shared resources or investment leading to financial growth and stability, because Saturn is there and it's going to initiate and urge to make a change. So if you have anything to do with stock market issues, bank issues, frozen card, debts, debt relief, anything to do with stolen identity, this is the time right now to fix it. Global connection, definitely, because North Node is in your 9th house, and you can teach, you can go foreign countries, and you are going to actually enhancing career prospects right now, but through social media or international travel is possible as well. So through that, you are also capable to enhance your career prospect. And, friendship, you are capable to form really, really transformative friendships and supportive groups over here, VIP people. Educational ventures also possible if you would like to do a doctorate or just do actually mentoring or a scholarship, or actually to take on to higher education. It is possible. Psychological work, if you would like to have a psychologist, a detective, or if you would like to have what account, like OnlyFans accounts, either or, something with sexuality, it could be also positive for that. But philanthropic work, because of the 11th house, is also anything to do with non-profit could bring you satisfaction. Yes, so if you travel, the travel could actually lead to personal development. If you travel abroad, you find yourself. All right, Virgo rising, Sun and Moon. The new moon gonna happen in your 10th house. Saturn is in your 7th house, and North Node is in your 8th house. So there it's going to be some kind of amazing career advancement in your life. And you can secure a promotion or new job right now that is going to align with your long-term goals. And you are going to overcome initial obstacles for sure. You are right now, Saturn in the 7th house could bring in some kind of challenges in your partnership. So if you are married, or if you are having a business partner, or, even if you have followers on YouTube, social media, it could bring some kind of challenge in professional and personal partnerships. So, but also it could create stronger bonds or long-term bonds as well. Or you might going to get married with an older person if you are ready to get married. But you also are capable to get some kind of and gain some kind of public recognition because the new moon is it's not shining, but it is in your 10th house. And, it is something to do with contribution and achievement there. Investment opportunities because of the 8th house, and the 8th house is the north node over there. So you're going to have either a good prenup, inheritance coming in, and some kind of opportunity to invest in stock market, and it's going to enhance financial security and growth as well. You might going to get a marriage proposal, but as I said, it could be like, okay, it's gonna make permanent your relationship, and it could be an older person. And then it's going to bring in a change in your financials because someone could be rich who you marry with. Yes, so financial planning, it's very, very important. You might going to get an inheritance or securing something from shared resources for the future. All right, Libra rising sun and moon. New moon is in your 9th house. Saturn is in your 6th house. North node is in your 7th house. Enrolling in higher education courses, actually it's not courses because higher education is always university and college, programs and chance career prospects. So that is very, very good for you, the 9th house, new moon. It is bringing you something with overcoming challenges and achieving healthy work balances as well, because Saturn is in your 6th house. Or it could make your work permanent, for example, Saturn over there. But permanent because you have to work very hard and you're going to choose actually work instead of going, for example, traveling, So opportunities to teach or work abroad, anything to do with foreign language, anything to do, go to a foreign country to teach over there, expanding your horizons. It's going to also help your professional network as well. Because of the 6th house, health and wellness, and Saturn is there focusing on health and wellness, integrating new practices and overcoming health challenges, getting out with the old and the chronic. Saturn is chronic disease. So you are going to actually be capable to find some authority who is capable to help you to overcome some kind of chronic disease or something with joint issues as well. Relationship growth is possible during this period, right? Anything to do with learning and travel experience, you could go to a trip with your loved ones. Legal matters, like North Node is there. So, achieving something like maybe a court case is going to go for your favor and turn for your favor, because 9th house and 7th house, this is legal matter, justice. So justice is on your favor. And if you would like to go to foreign countries and, have some kind of cultural experience, and you are a foodie and integrating your perspective into your personal experience and your professional life, it is possible right now. New philosophies, new cultures, exploring new cultures, anthropology, study anthropology, this could be really good, or also publishing book and start podcasting. All right, Scorpio rising sun and moon, it's going to be happening, the new moon in your 8th house, Saturn in your 5th house, North Node in your 6th house. Transforming financial situation through investment, inheritance, or shared resources are possible right now, and it's going to be welcoming and positive. Creative challenges are also going to rise for you. So anything to do with creative project, perhaps you're going to have a blockage right now for your creative muse. And, it's going to actually lead to personal growth, but it's going to be a little bit annoying. Definitely there is going to be health improvements there. So anything to do with your wellness routine going to lead to improve your well-being. Romantic relationship, there could be some kind of challenge in your intimacy there. So you will have to actually talk about that, or maybe there is some kind of seize over there. No time because you're working all the time or you're traveling all the time, that could be some kind of challenge there. But taking on significant work projects that require collaboration and shared resources is going to become really, really positive. Definitely, there is amazing personal transformation coming in, and it could come through therapy because eighth house is there some kind of spiritual practice, something with meditation, psychology, occult study, maybe even you want to become a psychologist or a therapist because of you have some kind of personal issue, and you are capable to heal yourself through that. And if you want to do any kind of risk management, because Saturn in the fifth squares eighth house, well, there could be investment and bank. There could be something which is like a creative investment, and you should actually be careful not to put your egg in one basket, because there could be some kind of issue with your stock investment right now. All right, Sagittarius rising, sun and moon. My dear Sagittarius rising fellows, the new moon is in our seventh house, Saturn in the fourth house, North Node in our fifth house. So starting new romantic and business relationship is possible, and we can have a lot of followers right now. And especially because new moon is actually conjunct Venus, and that is going to be loving. The home challenge is something to do with your home, with your real estate, with your family. You want to achieve stability and growth. You want to perhaps have a permanent home, a homing, a house, a real estate investment. And it is an inside kind of urge to create that. So it could be challenging, a little bit difficult to overcome that urge, but it is possible because of the square is always make you to take actions. And the new moon in seventh house, it is like you putting your partner to the same page with you. You can actually start to create a new foundation to your house, or something with the foundation, have to fix it. Launching creative project during this time, it is really, really possible, because you're going to have really new talents and a lot of passions, and it's going to reflect on your project as well. So you're going to be seen like a genius. You are capable to develop public speaking skills and gaining recognition, actually through communication and writing books as well. I hope that for myself, so I really hope for it. And and forming new partnership also, we are capable to do that, because don't forget, we have a lot of emphasis in our seventh house. You might going to have actually an engagement, wedding, anything to do, a new romantic partner is possible. Someone who has great values and mutual respect for us. So it could be very, very prominent during this time. And as I said, it's unfolding within 6 months. We also capable to actually do some kind of research and find our family tree, ancestry, resolving family dynamics as well. Just a second, because my dog. And also, because of the fifth house is anything to do with our passion or hobbies, anything to do with creative subject and creativity and joy and pleasure, like it's going to be good to pursue something new with our gift and gaining something through satisfaction, because we get recognition finally. So it could be really, really positive. All right, Capricorn rising, sun and moon. New moon is in the sixth house, Saturn is in the third house, and North Node is in the fourth house. So, okay, there is going to be some kind of new work routine that improve the productivity for your work. Also, you are capable developing communication skills, facing and overcoming challenges, and the way you express yourself and your new ideas as well. You're going to have some kind of amazing aspect here in the fourth house to improve actually your home and some kind of new project in your home, creating some kind of harmonious living environment. So redecorate, or a designer you can hire. You can actually redesign your kitchen as well, because fourth house is that. Definitely, it's going to, you can start some kind of health regime, and it's going to be new. And you're going to achieve your well-being maybe through some kind of holistic practice, because Saturn is in Pisces. Your workplace and your work dynamic going to get some kind of harmony. And you're going to work with great cooperation with others, like in harmony, peace, and in love with others as well. Local involvement, increasing involvement in your local community project with your neighbors. They're going to be like enhancing social connection, social events, cultural events for sure. And if you want to write right now and start a writing project, blogging or a book, or gaining recognition through your ideas, it is possible right now. All right, Aquarius rising sun and moon. The new moon is in your fifth house, Saturn is in your second house, and North Node is in your third house. So there is going to be a creative venture, something to launch, anything to do with businesses. And that's actually reflect personal passion on your business. So you can get a manager, an agent, you can start some kind of creative writing, you can start anything to do with lyrics, like record label, studio, anything to do with your passion. And, fifth house also finances and investments. So over there, you are capable to achieve stability and growth in financial management and investment as well. And you might going to have some kind of luck, because new moon and Venus is money, fifth house is lottery. So you might going to win the lottery ticket, or in gambling, you're going to be lucky. You are also capable to develop communication skills, and you're going to be really good to express your ideas as well. And if you would like to start to teach and mentoring, that's going to be also very good. You're capable to share your knowledge and share your skills as well. And, as I said, third house, anything to do with crafting, so you can start to craft as well. You are also capable to lead community project as well, and you're going to gain support and recognition through your neighbors and community. If you would like to involve in a new romantic relationship and start something, it could start to get deepened later on. And, you are achieving some kind of greater intimacy between you guys. Public speaking is possible, and, you're going to actually develop some kind of really amazing, impactful skills as well. All right, Pisces rising, sun and moon. I have my sun is in Pisces, so new moon is going to happen in fourth house. Saturn is in the first house. North Node is in the second house. So definitely something with a home improvement project, creating something harmonious, comfortable with or living environment, selling a house, buying a new home, or, redesigning a home. There is some kind of personal challenges with Saturn being in the first house. We have, like issues with joint teeth, or, some kind of health issues, challenges over there. Achieving, it's kind of challenge to achieve. You have to work a lot. You have to sweat blood, Saturn in the first house. But, anyway, I know you guys are capable to do it, because that's what I'm doing. And engaging in financial planning also, because the second house, anything to do with or earned income and the money that you get from our career. We would like to have financial security and stability. And that's what we try to do right now, North Node being in the second. You can also strengthen your family relationship. You might going to have someone to come to live with you. You can become a grandmother, or you can become a mother, or adopt actually a new baby as well. Self-expression skills going to become very, very magnified. We can gain recognition through writing and public speaking. And, if you would like to invest in real estate, to have some kind of financial stability or financial growth, this is the time right now. Definitely, it could achieve some kind of greater self-awareness with Saturn squaring the moon right now. All right, guys, this is the new moon. So, lately I started to do meditation and I want you to do a meditation with me. You can use any kind of music while you are listening to me. You need to find a quiet space and, you can actually get a journal next to you, a pen nearby, because of when you come out from the meditation, you might want to write down your ideas and where your journey took place. If you would like to, because it's a Gemini new moon, you can use anything to a diffuser like lavender, peppermint, anything to do with blue lace agate. If you would like to, Gemini related gemstones you can put on your third eye, on your chest as well, or on your throat chakra. If you are lying down, you can put some turquoise on your throat chakra. But if you are sitting, like just make yourself you're comfortable, either or if you're lying or sitting. All right, guys, let's start the meditation. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Let your body relax with each breath. Nose in, nose out, nose in, mouth out, mouth in, mouth out, mouth in, nose out. Imagine roots extending from your feet into the earth, grounding you and connecting you with Mother Gaia. Feel the stability and support from the earth. Visualize yourself standing at the edge of a mystical forest under a starry night sky. The air is filled with fragrance of blooming flowers, and the gentle breeze carries the promise of new beginnings. As you step into the forest, you meet a radiant being of light, your spiritual guide for this journey. This guide represents the energy of the new moon in Gemini, ready to lead you towards wisdom and transformation. Your guide leads you to sparkling stream, flowing gently with crystal clear water. This stream symbolizes the flow of communication. Kneel down and cup some water in your hands, feeling its coolness. As you drink, feel the energy of Gemini infuse your throat chakra, enhancing your ability to communicate with clarity and honesty. Continue following your guide to a beautiful garden illuminated by soft glowing light. This is Venus garden, filled with vibrant flowers and lush greenery. Sit down among the flowers and breathe in their sweet scent. Feel the energy of love, beauty, and harmony envelop you, enhancing your connection with others. Your guide now leads you to a wise old tree, its branches reaching high into the sky and roots deeply embedded in the earth. This tree represents Saturn's energy, stability, discipline, and wisdom. This is my old oak tree, Mr. Peer. Sit at the base of the tree, feeling its strength. As you meditate, let the energy of Saturn flow into you, bringing a sense of structure and responsibility to your life. Finally, your guide takes you to a sacred fire, burning brightly in the heart of the forest. This fire represents the North Node in Aries, courage, passion, and the drive to move forward. Stand before the fire, feeling its warmth and energy. Let this fire ignite your inner strength and determination to pursue your true path. As you stand by the fire, take a moment to set your intention for this new moon. What new beginnings do you wish to manifest? How can you communicate more effectively and with love? What steps will you take towards your goals? Silently or out loud, repeat affirmations such: I communicate with clarity, kindness, and confidence. Or you can say, I embrace new beginnings and adapt to change with ease. I am open to learning and growing through my interactions. I seek my truth with courage and integrity. Thank your guide and the energies of Gemini, Venus, Saturn, and the North Node for their presence and wisdom. Slowly begin to walk back through the forest, feeling the lightness and clarity within you. Gradually bring your awareness back to your physical surroundings. Wiggle your toe, your fingers, stretch gently, and when you feel ready, open your eyes. Take a deep breath and carry the energy and the intention of this meditation with you. All right, guys, thank you so much to staying till the end and during the meditation with me. Thank you so much to supporting me and my channel and supporting my growth. And I will come back with another podcast really soon. Talk to you later. Thank you. Bye for now.